show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. Yeah.
Hello, Vision Vlogs. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a little recap of 2020 and what's to come. So here you go.
Hey everyone, my name's Nick. I'm one of the co-founders of Vision Cheer Company. I guess heading into the new year, we are just reviewing kind of the 2020 that we've had and all the things that we're excited for in 2021. Because it all started July 1st when we finally opened our doors. You know, for those of you that don't know the history, I guess the plan was always to just do a little choreo and clinic business with me and my wife Haley. And then after things shut down, we had some time to think and we announced the choreo business, and just the feedback that we got, we slowly acknowledged that it was maybe the year for us to start a gym, even with all the craziness of COVID and all that other stuff. We're definitely glad we did, because we started with summer classes and we did drop-ins and everything, and had a ton of positive feedback. And you know, pretty much every athlete that we had that came for one class came for more. Placements went incredibly well. We were literally floored with how many people we had come. We had to expand the gym before our competitive season even started. Between placements at our first practices, had to get more equipment, and yeah, once we got started, it was it's been amazing so far. We have 8 teams and a rec program as well. We have a team in every age division. So we've got our tiny team, Squint, they're the best. We've got mini level 1 Dream, youth 1 Aspire, junior 1 Intuition, junior 2 Focus, junior 3 Limitless, open 5 Paradigm, and open small co-ed 7 Clarity, and a rec program on top of that. And all of them have been incredibly successful so far. Amazing vibe. You know, I think we talked a lot about capturing culture and making sure that everything that we've learned over the years, we take the best lessons, good and bad, from all of that and just turn it into the best thing that we can possibly make it. And you know, I think that really heavy focus on culture is kind of what captured people's attention. We headed into the beginning of the competitive season with a ton of momentum, a ton of athletes, and a ton of good vibes. And yeah, so far so good. The first program that got started was our rec program. It started in the summer. Actually, a lot of the athletes that we got between rec, even tiny, and actually pretty much through all of our teams came from summer camps that we did with Winnipeg Gymnastics Center, which was an amazing opportunity that we got from them. You know, we had Coach Ren and Coach Radish. They spent a lot of time and, you know, 2 very long weeks there with a bunch of kids. It was very successful, and that's where a lot of the kids came to rec from. And yeah, you know, it was awesome. It was, you know, it's fun to kind of have that just come here to have a good time team. And a lot of those kids actually ended up signing up for our All-Star competitive program once a year. And, you know.
And you're not going to get your tan now?
So Squint is our tiny novice team. They're very cute, very sweet, and they just love cheer. You know, obviously with them, the goal is to just teach them not even just the fundamentals of cheer, but you know, the fundamentals of movement and stuff, and tumbling. You know, where your hands go for a cartwheel, or even just the basic shaping of making a tuck shape or making a lunge shape. And they've been doing great. Coach Maris and Coach Molly are always just so happy with how cute and excited they are. Seeing that like excitement of discovering something brand new, both with the sport and just like the fact that, you know, I can tuck my head and do a forward roll, and they love that. We also have a mini team. So that's Dream. That's with Coach Radish and Coach Peg. And junior coached by Kiara. Again, very cute, very, very excited about cheer. It's a smaller team. It's got 6 on them, which is honestly probably a perfect size for a mini team. They've been working on their fundamentals, their forward rolls, their cartwheels and stuff. Amazingly disciplined team. You know, now that we're in virtual practices, we get lots of very cute videos of them talking about the escapades of their elves that they find around the house. Some of them have cheered before, some of them are brand new, and same thing, just kind of capturing that excitement of this is what the sport's all about, and seeing them fall in love with it has been amazing. Aspire, that's our youth level 1 team. I coach that with Coach Maris. It's junior coached with Charlie and Enka, and that is quite a large youth team. There's 23 athletes on that team, and they've been great. Having a youth 1 team where everyone can cartwheel and forward roll is a blessing. We get to spend a lot more time on the more difficult parts of level 1 tumbling, like the walkovers and stuff. And having the two junior coaches, Charlie and Anka, they've been great. They've been super hands-on and helpful, which is great, having a team that big. We were definitely partway through our stunts and our tumbling and everything when we had to close again, but virtual practices have been awesome. We've been spending tons of time getting to know each other, and the kids, amazing energy. They love the sport. Those kids are going to go far because there's a lot of excitement for the sport and for that personal development with that team. Intuition is our junior 1 team. They are coached by Coach Ryan and Coach Brandy. They're a smaller team, but amazing vibe. They love their TikToks. They work their butts off. They've got some beautiful tumbling, and the level 1 stunting looks so easy for them. But they've got a great routine coming. It was very fun to choreograph, and they learned their whole entire routine over Zoom, which is very impressive. And as soon as we're back in the gym, they're going to be doing an amazing job for sure. Please let go of my sleeve. Next team, that's Focus Pocus, our junior 2 team. That is a large team. There is 28 or 29 athletes on that team. That's coached by Coach Peg, and Coach Molly, and junior coached by Kyrie. Having a 29-person junior team is a lot of fun to choreograph. It's definitely difficult to work out the logistics of exactly how you keep those practices functional, but the coaches have done an incredible job of making sure everyone's engaged, splitting up who's doing what, who's working on what, and when. Their routine is going to be amazing. There's going to be some big things coming from that team as well. Next, I guess, would be our junior 3 team, Limitless. That's coached with me and Haley, and Coach Moss as well. Missy, sorry. I have never had more fun choreographing a routine than we did putting that routine together. Can't wait for the kids to finish learning that once we're back in the gym. We've learned the majority of it virtually, which has been difficult because we did not make that an easy routine. And the thing that's made it so fun and so easy is the fact that is hands down the best level team I've ever seen. It's so much fun. There's so much talent on that team, and that is a bunch of very serious athletes that's just love the sport and love working their butts off, and they've got big goals, and I have no doubt that we're going to get them wherever they're aiming. We've got some very, very big goals with that routine, and I have no doubt that they're going to be able to accomplish it. The next team is Paradigm. I'm coaching that team with Coach Peg and Coach Haley, and the energy with that team has been amazing because, we obviously got a lot of younger athletes that are, getting introduced to that level 5 thing and learning brand new skills, but we also had a lot of athletes that came out of cheer for a couple of years and are falling back in love with it, and that's always that's one of my favorite things as a coach. It's been awesome. We had a lot of athletes that came from Bombers and even stunt groups that worked together all summer that just I'll do all-star if our group can stay together, that kind of thing. And I think we just captured a lot of oh yeah, I love cheer with some of the old vets, and then we also have the excitement of getting way beyond that level 3 experience that a lot of the younger athletes had experienced, and that's always exciting for people too. So that team's got a great vibe. It's super fun. It's just kids and young adults that love cheer. That leaves Clarity. So Clarity is, I guess, kind of coached by me, but for the most part, it's harnessing the talent that the team already has. Started late in the year. Kind of expectation with that team is that it's for athletes that already have the skill set that we need and that personal responsibility for keeping those skills. So it's going to be a lot less skill development and a lot more just skill implementation, putting it into routines, the stuff that we already had those athletes work their butts off for. Of the 14 athletes, it's got 11 of our coaches, or 10 of our coaches. We've got the 2 all-girl stunt groups that were part of the Team Canada program last year. And then we've got a couple athletes that aren't our coaches, but hopefully maybe one day they will. Yeah, I think for a lot of us, that team is kind of what this whole thing was built around. That open team was kind of just us as athletes that have some huge goals that want to be able to show people, there is incredibly elite athletes in Manitoba, and give the young kids that we coach now something that they can really look up to. We're proud to say that, my teammates on that team and the coaches that we have are exactly the type of athletes and people that I would be very happy to hear any of our kids say, I want to grow up and be just like that person. When you see what we're putting together on the floor, you're going to understand why we're so excited about that team. So, fair to say that despite all the challenges, 2020 has been an incredible year. Okay. Once we get back in the gym, we have some routines to learn. And we've still got some really, really lofty goals for how these routines end up by the end of the competitive season. But the first thing, obviously, with losing 2 months of practice is making sure that we keep the kids at a safe pace of returning. We don't want to be going for the hardest routine that we could have possibly imagined in October when we wrote them, and working those kids' butts off and putting them at risk to getting hurt. So we're going to pace it back. We're going to get ready, and mostly the goal is going to be getting everyone safely back into stunt shape and then getting into full out shape. And then once that's done, and we've probably done our first or second competition, then we start aiming to ramp that difficulty up to that max level that we were really originally aiming for. We are doing a bunch of the CanWest virtual competitions. So the way it works is you've got, it's not a live recording in the sense that it's a stream, but you record it once and it's immediately uploaded to make sure that no one's cutting or editing a video before they send it in. It's judged. And then the thing that's kind of cool about it is all year, technically, we can be competing against the whole country, which it's a little bit intimidating, but super exciting. And we're really looking forward to that. Top level judging, top level competition, and a really big competitive pool as well, which is great. Beyond that, obviously we're doing our best to set our kids up for success in the future. So, these routines are built not just on scoring well this year, but also setting up skills that take progressions to be better for next year. We want our kids to be super, super successful. We're big believers in strong foundations and making sure that we're maxing out our levels when we compete. Beyond this year, we've got some really big plans. We've got 3 of the 4 bays. Hi, Buckley. We've got 3 of the 4 bays available in this building, and we are definitely going to be taking that 4th going forward. We're going to be upgrading to a 9-mat floor. We're going to have a warm-up floor so that instead of having, hopefully by next year, we don't have to do these half-hour COVID gaps between teams, but make room to have a 9th, 10th, maybe 11th team, depending on the athletes that we get. That's super exciting. Having a 9-mat floor is crazy exciting. We started collecting some fitness equipment between the first lockdown and this one, and that's going to continue. So hopefully we can get some conditioning circuits going, doing some physical training, which is very obviously important. It's a big part of how we became successful as athletes, is being strong, and that's something that we're looking to pass on to our kids as well. We're going to be doing a lot of athlete progression work. So as coaches and administrators, we've started a bunch of subcommittees that can take on some really big tasks. Obviously, we had a huge influx of existing athletes, and we, as a program, one of our big focuses when we talk about growing our program isn't about finding athletes and getting them to come here. What we want to do is we want to get as many athletes to join cheer as possible. We want to grow the sport as a whole. So that means all summer we're going to be doing public facing events. We're going to be doing going to the park, making sure people see us, making sure people see our sport, making sure people know that vision's an option. We had 57 athletes join our program, either never done cheer before or had been retired for more than 1 year. And being able to focus on that means a lot to us. Long-term goals that, these are far in the future, but worth looking forward to is 2023. We're going to be in a different building. Whether or not we're able to build a permanent home, or if we're just getting into a place that has higher ceilings, more space, 2 floors, all that stuff, we've got some lofty goals. If we've learned anything from 2020, it's that with the crew that we have, the culture that we have, and the support and the commitment that we have from our coaches and our parents and our athletes, is that literally anything is possible. I'm so excited that you guys are here and been a part of this journey so far, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we do next. So thanks so much, Happy New Year, and can't wait to take on the world with you guys.